At Jeffrey Epstein's private Caribbean getaway in the U.S. Virgin Islands, grounds workers still go about their jobs, reluctant to talk.
Excuse me. Can I just talk to you for a second?
Epstein pleaded not guilty to federal charges. He's accused of recruiting a network of young girls he sexually abused at his mansions in Florida and New York. No mention of this island, but authorities say he declared it his primary residence, with a massive main house, eccentric statues, and manicured lines of palm trees.
Epstein bought Little St. James in 1998, and he built a sprawling compound here. For years, he looked across the water at this other island, Great St. James. He bought that one in 2016. Now his attorneys say the two together are worth just over $86 million.
Epstein engineered near total privacy, 24-hour security, and guard dogs.
I was absolutely told that things that occurred on the island were matters of privacy and were not to be discussed, and that at no time I was ever to interact with any of the guests.
Steve Scully worked on Epstein's phone lines for 6 years.
There were girls that looked young to be there.
Were they under 18, do you think?
I have no way of knowing that, truly, but they appeared to be young to me.
He says he saw pictures of topless girls all over the compound.
Did that strike you as odd?
Really odd.
But it was a conversation with another one of Epstein's employees from Palm Beach that made Scully quit his job.
And he said, "What's with the young girls?" And I said, "Oh, yeah. I'm not real comfortable with the young girls thing, too. Is that in West Palm Beach as well?" He said, "Worse."
He pleaded guilty to soliciting prostitution in Florida in 2008 as part of a controversial plea deal. In a civil case against the government about that deal, one accuser says she took part in an orgy on Epstein's private island in 2002 with 8 other young girls who appeared to be under the age of 18. Epstein registered as a sex offender in the Virgin Islands. But unlike in the U.S., where he had level 3 sex offender status, considered the most dangerous, here he was classified as Tier 1. It meant he had to check in with local authorities once a year. Looking back, Scully, a father of 3 daughters, tells us he regrets not speaking out sooner.
When you think about the accusations against him, what does that make you think of in terms of your kids?
I'm awful glad that they weren't visitors on the island.
If anyone calls for help on that island, Lester, it takes police 30 minutes to get there.
And Stephanie, how often did he go to this home?
Residents tell us he was there pretty often, sometimes twice a month. He flies in on his private jet, then gets on his private helicopter to get to the island.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.